All right, man. Let's talk about why wouldn't Errol Spence want to fight Vergil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis? You know, I think they both kind of got their perks, but let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit our notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop the video. So, my whole thing is why wouldn't he? Why should he want to fight them guys? I think Vergil Ortiz, I'll say him for later. It's most self-explanatory. And for Jaron Ennis, at the end of the day, you be like, man, he ain't got nothing to do but lose. Nothing to gain versus Jaron Ennis. He only can lose. You look at 154 pounds. Let's just say Charlo do move up and everybody move up. Errol move up. Charlo move up. Other Charlo move up, right? At 54, what you got to gain? Come on. Unless you fight Jermell Charlo, what do you truly got to gain? Okay, you get another title. Cool. But in the grand scheme of things, what do he truly got to gain? Fighting Erickson Lubin. Come on. Two southpaw brothers in the ring. Fighting Fondora. At the end of the day, we seen how Fondora couldn't sell shit in his last fight from what I heard. Tony Harrison, Dallas versus Detroit, it's no real rivalry there. Two great cities, by the way. Shout out to Dallas. You keep going on. Charles Conwell on the come up. You got a couple foreigners there. Tim Tszyu. I don't believe he gonna go to Australia fight Tim Tszyu. The Montevelli there. Israel Madamov. I heard Israel Madamov. I can't say that. Sorry, I promise I wouldn't say what he did to one of the fighters at that division that everybody know. J-Rock, I think, might be testing out at 160. He trying to come back. Austin Trout, he all around. I don't know what he doing. Bare knuckles, going up in weight. Hey. So, really, what you really got to gain? Castanos did say he dropped you in the amateurs and all that and beat your ass, but, we got to see if he going to come back. There's rumors that he going to fight Erickson Lubin. So, really, who really out there bringing the super fight? Who really out there bringing the super duper fight to Errol Spence? One thing about Jaron Ennis is, it's an intriguing matchup. It's high risk. Tony Harrison high risk. Lubin high risk. But I guess Tony Harrison probably be the most lucrative fight because of his relationship with Jermell Charlo and them going back and forth and selling really good. Jermell and him being able to be a speaker. But at the end of the day, he supposed to be going against Fondora. He could fight Tim Tszyu. He called out. You never know. So he might, who never know. So you can't really bank on that. And one thing about, Jaron Ennis, he mandatory. According to the IBF, we may all agree about the guys that he fought. He earned his spot, and, he talking a lot of stuff. And Errol said that, he don't know what the reward is for Jaron Ennis. So let him hear what the reward is and see if he's willing to do it. But it's a prominent fight. I think it's, as risky. It might be a little bit less riskier than the 54 guys because, Errol Spence, the gloves go up to 10 ounces, and the guys are athletic, rangy, and a lot of them guys do have holes in their games. And Jaron Ennis' biggest hole is lack of, experience. But a lot of them dudes up there rugged, and they experience. It kind of remind you 140 pounds. A lot of rough, rugged guys. And, to go in there, you're going to have to keep them off of them, you're going to have to punch. Or you got to be a superior boxer. But it's no prominent name at 54 or 140 pounds. There's no super Canelo. There's not an Errol Spence. There's not a Terence Crawford. There's not a Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez, Alexander Usyk, Gervonta Davis. It's nobody like that there. It's a division that you stop in and, you hit it and quit it. You get out there, get a belt. It's not a real division. But, with Jaron Ennis, people kind of will say, man, it probably was Terence Crawford that didn't want to fight. And people start saying that. People start saying, man, it probably was Terence Crawford who didn't want the smoke. People gonna start saying that it probably was. Oh, look at him, he fighting Jaron Ennis. Oh, Errol Spence wanted all the smoke. Errol Spence wanted all new socks, new drawers. I want it all. People start saying that. So at the end of the day, it's a risk. But financially, outside of Tony Harrison, because Errol Spence ain't one of them dudes, and it's not a lot of them dudes in boxing, so don't take it as this. He fight anybody and everybody gonna show up. No. You can't just fight Dimitri Bivol in Vegas like Canelo, and people gonna show up. It ain't that type of party. It ain't that type of party. You know, and that's the honest truth. You know, but you know, at the end of the day, man, I think he might be just as risk to reward balance might just be slightly a little bit less than everybody at 154 pounds, not named Tony Harrison, just because of how well him and, you know, Jermell Charlo sold. Can you really put him and Fondor on pay-per-view? Or him and Lubin on pay-per-view? Him and Castellanos on pay-per-view? Him and Tim Tszyu on pay-per-view in the United States? Really? If he's not going for Jermell Charlo, and then secondary, unless I'm forgetting somebody, he not going after, I mean, he already fought Danny Garcia, and he ain't going after, you know, maybe Tony Harrison, then, hey, unless they going to do Erislandy Lara, Danny Garcia for the WBA once they get it off Triple G ass, and then the winner of that will fight Errol Spence for the 160-pound WBA title. I can see that, them getting Errol Spence a quick 54-pound belt, getting him a 60-pound belt, and him integrating the 160. I mean, come on. Could be. And getting ready to fight Canelo. So, to me, I think Jaron Ennis' risk to reward factor ain't too much different from the nucleus of 54. And then you talking about a lot of them dudes up there that lost already. Tony Harrison, you know, Erickson Lubin, Castanos. A lot of them dudes, Tim Tszyu about to lose. Shit, Jermell Charlo, a lot of the majority of that division of the guys that he'd be fighting for a title or championship, you know, on the way to championship status already lost. And the rest of the top 10 contenders that ain't lost, like Conwell, Owner Wise, or like, you know, the Brasrov, Melon, or Israel Matamov, or guys like that, you know what I'm saying? They virtually unknown. So, no way you can put that on there. But then you switch gears to Vergil Ortiz. I mean, he from Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas area. They got into the gym. Both teams already negotiated Ryan and Tank Davis fight. Come on. He should be a winnable fight for him. He done stopped everybody that he done fought. Now, I don't think Emmanuel Stellonis he may not be the exception. I expect him to probably stop him too. But yes, it's a dangerous, but then again, it's a good local fight. I mean, it's a good national fight. It's a good international fight. You know, and at the end of the day, I know people feel that Vergil Ortiz would have everything to gain and nothing to lose, but shit, if he stops Stellonis, he stopped everybody. I mean, how you not gonna market that? He's a stone cold knockout killer. There's nobody that he's fought that he ain't knocked out. That's easy to market. He Mexican in Texas. So you're going to have some Mexicans from Mexico come up. Arizona. You know, go have guys coming from Houston. Guys coming from New Mexico. Guys coming from all different private places to see that fight, man. Southern California, Northern California. It's a good fight. I mean, it might be a fight that you could pull off in Las Vegas if it's a rematch. So they grew up in the same gym together. I mean, you know, his fan base, you know, he might be more prominent than Sean Porter was when Errol Spence fought Sean Porter. So that make a lot of sense for him. And then again, people say, oh, he fighting a young, hungry lion, man. Okay. Cool. If you're going to fight in Dallas a lot, shit, you know, fight another, you know, Texan, Dallas Texan. And, you know, the Cowboys can get behind a Mexican-American in Vergil, and they can get around a Black American in Errol Spence, and that's a great fight to be made. That's a tremendous fight. From a marketing standpoint, that's better than anything he can do at 154 pounds, not named Jermell Charlo. That's better than he could do anything at 154 pounds. I say again, not named Jermell Charlo. The money would be there. He a mandatory. So you get an exception from the IBF. Let Jaron Ennis sit there a little bit longer. And y'all go break that bread. And if the fight is good enough to do it again at 54, do it again at 47, guess what? Let's do it again. My Staples Center voice. Come on. You're going to fight all them high-risk fights at 54. And I understand if you do that because, you know, Vergil will be at 54. Jaron will be at 54 eventually. I think I know he's trying to cash out versus Canelo Alvarez. But it's all about what Canelo Alvarez want to do. So they're going to try to move him. He's going to be a pit stop at 54, get a belt, go to 60. PBC get the WBA belt between Lara and Danny. That's what they want to do if it happens. He's going to be right there behind them to get the 60 belt, and him and Canelo going to dance. But, you know, that's what I understand the plan is. That's what I understand it to be. So, I mean, if it is what it is. But then again, the Vergil Ortiz fight, man, Vergil, I done built it up for you, player. I don't think it's a better fight in a division, not named Terrence Crawford, than Vergil Ortiz, including Jaron Ennis. I don't think it's a better fight, a division down and a division up. I don't think it is. Outside of Terrence Crawford and Jermell Charlo, there's from 40 to 54, 40, 47, 50. It's not a better, more lucrative and more, sexier fight for him. So it's my opinion. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description. Peace.